All right, just got my new bow from the shop after work today. So this is the VTM 31. It's a replacement for my Ventum 30, which got run over while I was in Maine. As soon as I got home, I went ahead and ordered this just in case I couldn't get the other one working. I wasn't even planning on getting a new bow this year, but that kind of expedited things. So it's a 31, so it's an inch longer axle to axle than my other bow was. I went with the green again, and this is a 60-pound bow. I'll have it set for probably like 55 pounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this sticker off. See if I can just break that band. Yeah, perfect. And get the new modules on. This is for the standard draw lengths. Right now it's set on C. I need it set on, I believe it's I for 26 inches. So I'm going to replace those modules real quick. The next thing I'm going to do, and I've never done this before, but it's to kind of check the knock fit. And I just want to see that it kind of pops off pretty easily, which it did. And that was something I saw Levi Morgan do in a recent video. If you want more of a how-to, I kind of recommend like him. Chris B, I think, is pretty decent from the stuff that I've tried that they do. There's not a lot of other people whose stuff I've tried, but both of them seem really knowledgeable. So now that I'm pretty sure this is a good knock fit from what they explained it to be. So now I'm gonna tie a D-loop. So the way that I'm gonna try to do the D-loop height is I'm going to take a T-square. I have 0 marked on it, and I'm gonna get it running directly through the center of the burger hole, exactly in the middle. And then I'm going to take a knock from one of my arrows and get it centered on 0, which you probably can't see, but 0 is kind of etched so that I can see it better. And with that in place, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to tie my knocking sets, leaving about 1 serving of space in there. Alright, so I got the knock set, and there's just a little bit of wiggle room in there. So when I'm at full draw, it doesn't pinch the knock. I have a pretty short draw length, so the string angle for me isn't a big deal, but better safe than sorry. We're going to try that for now. So next up, we'll tie the actual D-loop, and then we'll put the peep sight in so that we can draw it and get fine-tuned on the poundage. Alright, I got my D-loop in, my peep put in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the poundage set right, and then I'm going to get the peep set to the right height, and I'm just going to loosely tie it in for now. That way once I shoot it a few days, I can permanently tie it in. And then next would be hit the draw board, make sure both cams are in time, and then all the accessories to go with it. Actually, I guess I should put the accessories on before I do the draw board so I have my rest set and everything, but I'll get the poundage set real quick, get the accessories on, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like with all the accessories. Alright, so I got my rest and my sight on there. I've just got a Hamsky. I think this is the Hunter, not the Pro. It doesn't have any micro adjust, so it's fine for a hunting bow, but I would recommend getting one with a click so you can really broadhead tune better. This is kind of fickle. And then I've got the Spot Hog. I've got 2 pins, and I've just got the standard mount. I like that pretty good. I don't mess with taking the sights on and off. I just pack it in my bow case so that I can use it. So the last thing I'm going to do before I start shooting through paper, now that I've got the peep tied in, D-loop, sight, stabilizers, I'm going to try using grip tape on this bow. I've never done it, and I kind of see it being like annoying and like hurting my hand over time. But I've seen some people use this as opposed to like tennis grip tape or like Bowmar archery tape. And I normally do use the Bowmar tape, and I have liked that pretty good, except I forgot to order it for this bow. Right off the bat, I can tell you the grip tape is not a good idea, at least the kind that I bought. There's probably better, but It doesn't adhere very well to itself, obviously, but even to the bow. And I had to use grip tape to get it to stay. I'm probably gonna cut that off because that's in a bad location for my palm. But and the material is coming off on my hands, which is gonna be super annoying if I'm shooting all the time. So I'm gonna get some tennis tape or some Bowmar grip tape, but that'll be something I add on there later. For now, we're gonna start shooting through paper and make sure that we're happy with it. So I'm gonna trim this a little bit and then start shooting through paper to check our tune. May have to change the shims, or I guess they have like spacers, really, not so much shims, but change the spacers around depending on what kind of tear we get, but hopefully it's just money. Start there. We're just gonna check the timing real quick. All right, I think the top is super close to touching, if not already touching. And then on the bottom, we've got a little bit of a gap still, so I'm gonna have to make an adjustment there and get that timing a little bit better. I think I've heard before, if anything's hitting off, you want the top hitting a little bit first. If I'm not mistaken. I think someone was saying that helps with falling out the bottom, but I'm gonna try to get them close to the exact same just for getting started. I'm gonna have to let that poundage down just a squidge. Ooh, that's really close. That's really, really close. Let's see here. That's what we got on that shot. I'm gonna move the rest just a squidge to see if I can get that last bit out. All right, so after a little bit of tinkering with the rest, mostly up and down, it's still in the burger hole. It's just a little bit high, but we're able to get this tear here. I think part of the reason it's doing that is because the paper isn't as stiff as I'd like it. So I'm pretty content with that. What I'm gonna do is sometime later this week, most likely tomorrow because I'm impatient, I'll start the paper tuning, I'll start the broadhead tuning process that I do. And for me, it's worked out to 70 yards. So we'll do that tomorrow and get it really dialed in. It's probably going to change from the paper tune anyway, unless the broadheads just hit perfect. So really the primary thing we're looking for is to be close so we have a good starting point, and we'll finish this bow tuning another day.